We have got to get straight into, oh, look, I look a mess. I'm so sorry. The violence overnight in Wisconsin. There's new video showing a vigilante armed with a long gun shooting at protesters. So this is a warning to our viewers. What you're about to see is graphic. Take a look if you feel it's okay. The video later shows the man with the long gun slung around his shoulder and his hands up as police in their armored vehicles drive by. Police say 2 people were shot and killed and a 3rd injured. They are looking for the man now. I will say the majority of protesters have been peaceful. There's been definitely some violence, but I want to just say those to me are looters and rioters versus protesters, and I like to separate those two. Al, what do you think about all of this?
I mean, have you ever seen the police drive past a black man with a semi-automatic weapon around his shoulder? Have you ever seen that? I haven't. I know we'll always have somebody that'll go through and find a picture. 1986. I don't think you're going to find that picture. What do you think, Brandon? I think we're witnessing a first in human history.
Today's one of those days, Al, honestly, where my opinion could get me fired. So I'm going to tailor back a little bit, especially after watching the full video on TMZ of how that vigilante shot and gunned down those people. And then there's videos also surfacing on social media right now that that the Kenosha police were giving waters to some of these vigilantes, and that guy, that kid, that 17-year-old with the long barrel rifle who shot and killed those people received water from the Kenosha police, and that's unfortunate that that imagery is out there right now. But Al, you say it again, you've said it before, here we are on another cycle. We're on another cycle when it comes to this. Someone gets killed by the police, then there's peaceful protest. The protest gets hijacked by whomever, whether it could be people who are misrepresenting BLM, or it could be private militias going out there to try and stir some sort of conflict. But then we go straight to the social media, and then you have the both sides being divisive when it comes to 2 people laying dead in the street from a vigilante. I'm tired of it. I'm upset when it comes to this. I'm upset at Congress. I'm upset with our Senate because police reform bills on both sides were not passed back in June after George Floyd's death. Not passed, it's just still sitting there because the 2 couldn't come to some sort of agreement. So that's the best way I can articulate my frustration and my anger right now as our country burns and as we looks like are going to face another civil war in a sense because the comments and the way people are feeling right now. So I'm just going to sit back and you guys please take over when it comes to this because I'm afraid that my anger and my passion will get me in trouble right now.
Well, I mean, Brandon, I wouldn't say to run away from that passion, and I mean, you should be angry. That's what makes you human. You know what, Brandon, I think the most frustrating thing is that narratives like defund the police have been hijacked and used to confuse people that haven't done the research about what that means. And it's also used to just take away from the basic question that people are asking, in that why don't police have any kind of like accountability when somebody is killed? Brandon, if you heard that a fast food chain employee shot a customer for arguing, and you said, well, what chain, what city did this happen in? And they were like, we can't give you that information. It's like, wait, so you've had employees that are doing this at your job, and you're not going to tell us, well, what's a disciplinary action for a fast food employee killing a customer? Well, we don't really have one set up. Well, what? That would sound crazy anywhere else but with the police. So I don't know why they get a pass. Police are just human beings. They're subject to be incredibly good and incredibly bad, but we just give them a badge and deify them like they can do no wrong. They kill somebody. What are they, 007? They don't have to answer to anything? Didn't James Bond have a boss?
He did, you're absolutely right. I also thought a quote here, judging a demonstration by its most violent participants, but not judging a police force by its most violent cops is the ideal of hypocrisy. So make sure we look at both sides on that.
How come a few bad apples doesn't apply to protesters?
Exactly.